Hello, hello. Hi, Cal. Thank you so much for that, sir. 37-month sub. You are immortal. You are eternal. You will live forever. How are you? I have to wait a few days before Jeff Bezos will let me resub with my Prime sub because Jeffrey. I also want to shout out to Sarah Hannick and all of the other people who have subbed to me over on YouTube as well. I really do appreciate it. I'm almost to 1,100 over on YouTube. That shit's crazy. Oh, my lord. Is this Darude Sandstorm? Oh my god, it's Sandstorm on a hurdy-gurdy. Holy shit. Oh, I'm ready. Oh, I'm gonna make dandelion fritters later. That sounds delightful. What a nice summery food. That sounds really good. Do you like to eat them with any special sauce? Or do you just raw dog the dandelion? This seems like a good song to play today. Is just Darude's Sandstorm. Holy shit. On a 400-year-old or 500-year-old medieval instrument. Lord. People are like, what do you do with your spare time? And I'm like, Darude Sandstorm. Oh yeah, hot honey sounds good. Hot honey and fritters are a good combo though. That's exciting. Do you just go and grab dandelions out of your yard, or does your local supermarket happen to sell dandelions and greens? Because I know some of them are cool and they actually sell dandelions. But to be honest, if the fucking backyard has them, it's like, we have dandelions at home. Yep, I love it. I like the logic there. There was this one place that I lived at for a while that, no joke, had a bunch of, like, onion grass just, like, in the backyard for whatever reason. Like, it was so much onion grass. So much. So, I used that in stir fry a lot. I was like, nature giveth, nature taketh away, or something. I like how this hurdy-gurdy is actually perfect for this shit. This is so funny. Oh, also in honor of the Eurovision winner, because this shit was one of my top 2 faves, I'm gonna also add the Eurovision winner. Eurovision invited Canada to participate in Eurovision. I wonder if next year Canada is going to join Eurovision. I kind of hope so. I think that'd be pretty funny. That'd be pretty quality content, actually. In honor of Dara beating the boycott country. Oh my god, I love this fucking song. This is some old school EDM, though. I do think it's a pretty incredible how this man has manipulated his hurdy-gurdy to effectively, like, function in this way. Like, this is not how this instrument is supposed to work, and I love that he was like, bet, and then just did it. He did not care. Yeah, dandelions are amazing. They are very cool. I don't like dandelion greens too much because they are kind of bitter, but I think, like, stir-fried or deep-fried, they're pretty good. Alive. from the Bangarang. Yes, oh my god, this girl. I'm pretty sure everybody felt this directly in their butt when she was like, hold on, I have a song for you, and everyone was like, what is it, Dara? She was like, hold my beer. This is such a dirty ass song. Like, it's this Bulgarian breakdown that is really ending my life, actually. I feel like European club music is also just on average better than American club music. I could listen to this shit all the time, and then I hear like Katy Perry come on the radio, and I'm like, I want to die. I remember I was blessed by Rihanna. We had Rihanna and Kesha, and then some weird shit happened. Thank you, Dara. Thank you for saving Eurovision. She was the hero that we needed, not the one that we deserved. My parents are picking up porklet. I had to show my mom how to use Google Maps. I'm like, I expected this from older boomers, not from you guys. They betrayed me. The way Dara says Bangaranga is my new vocal stem. I really just want to like fly through these comms so that I don't have to worry about it anymore. And then I have to start working on a book cover for Fatal Mechanisms, because guess who has to submit that to the Waddies this year and pray. I gave up trying to query. Everybody ghosted me. But that's okay. Actually, I don't want to hit this too hard. I gotta be careful. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Also, we officially applied for our Canadian apartment, and I am so scared. I have the fear. I want to get into the apartment so bad. I would love to be settled in Canada and not really have to worry about it anymore. That would be pretty fucking great, actually. I would like to move to Canada and not have to worry about shit anymore. The U.S. Just declared that I'm an enemy of the state effectively, so I guess I gotta go. Time for me to leave. Time to dip. I recognize that there's a chance that this song could be saying pump this in a very glitched way, but I keep hearing fuck this, and I'm like, yep, me too. This is Andrew Huang, so it's probably pump this. He tends to make, like, SFW music, not explicit music, so I'm probably mishearing Andrew, but it definitely sounds like fuck this, which is funny. I love how dirty Andrew Huang stuff is sometimes. It's pretty good. This is a dirty-ass sample, Andrew. I like it. I appreciate everybody being flexible. My parents came up to help me get rid of some furniture and move some stuff, and I thought I was going to have to take Jace to work, but then his client canceled, so it ended up not mattering. Wow. Look at that. Look at that. Nerys. Hi! Hi, pizza lover. I like your new username. You're all brand new. Welcome in. How you doing? Hopefully good. This is the longest Andrew Huang song of all time. Is this still the same song? No, it's not. Oh, this is different. I dig it. We collect trans people in here like Pokemon cards. Together, we are too powerful. They cannot stop all of us. They can't stop us. They can try. It's not gonna work though, I can tell you that. That's cool. Well, happy egg. That is very fun. Let us know if you use new pronouns and stuff. And of course, if you're in my Discord, you can go back to the role assigning pronoun selection and change your pronouns at any time based on your preferred role. So feel free. And if for whatever reason it doesn't work, let me know because I can go in and change that if you're in there. Because I acknowledge that sometimes Discord, I like to think that I know what Discord does, but it don't. Sometimes it goes rogue. Okay, I gotta make sure that my family is not... Jace, you want to call my family and make sure that they're not dead? They're coming with takoyaki, enjoy. My mom, Jason, my husband, is sitting here next to me. My mom went to go pick me up food, but she doesn't live in the town that I live in, or that she drove up to visit. And I'm pretty sure she has no idea where she is. So Jason's gonna text her and be like, "Are you alive? Are you good?" So Blade says hi. Hi. Jace is in the zone. We're like applying for Canadian apartments and shit. I'm so stressed out, guys. If we don't get the apartment, I'm gonna cry. I think it'll be okay, though. I don't understand why they wouldn't take us, but... Yes, we are both... Yeah, we are both trans men, indeed. It just ended up working out like that. Yeah, Jason is definitely a major inspiration for me coming out, for sure. He was one of the first people that I felt very safe around to do so, so... Our anniversary's coming up. Hey, well, be careful with that. I definitely can say, as a trans person, please be very, 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 very careful taking not prescribed testosterone. As somebody, like, I understand that everybody, you know, you may not have access to it, but it can actually physically be very, very dangerous for you to take medication that you're not prescribed. So, I do have to come out with a massive disclaimer as a trans person. Don't do that. I don't condone it. If you can get to a doctor, please do. And keep in mind that if you take shit that's not prescribed for you, it can really hurt your body. So please be careful. Yeah, I'm not a doctor, you know, so always double check with stuff. Like, if it's, like, supplements and shit, that's different, but, like, yeah, just be careful with what you're taking, because a lot of products, too, that are claimed, you know, that claim that they can help hormones and stuff, can actually mess you up, like supplements and stuff, if you don't know what's in them, so just be careful. I come from the era of old men, old trans men, and horror stories of people, you know, taking bootleg meds and, you know, supplements to help with their dysphoria, and a lot of people got very, very sick. So just be cautious. Double check what's in everything that you take is really the big kicker there. Yeah, this guy's name is Sumner. He's a cat shifter from a fantasy author that I'm working on. I'm working on character art for all of their books. So I've done the main character, and this is the whole party. I've also got this Dragonborn that I need to finish up today as well. I have never read this person's book, but this author is an absolute delight. She is like the nicest human on the planet. This is like an NSFW, like, super erotic, super spicy romance book, apparently. I don't think that this guy is the love interest, though. I don't know what the premise is of this book. All I know is that the main character, she's very hot. But this, I think this book is called The Warlock of Kamsavana? Question mark? Let me go see if I can find it. Where is it? I have this information. Kamvasana. The Warlock of Kamvasana. As of right now, yes, this is the series. If anybody is interested in reading it, my friend Drea is just an absolute legend. But this is the first book. It's called Bound to Desire. The premise is warlocks are adept at making deals. Stuck in the backwater town of Gravemont, her quest for an ancient tome stalled. Octavia Baudelaire can't believe her luck when a trio of adventurers stumble into a tavern. Locks to pick, doors to bash, monsters to slay, done. In return, she'll join their party and offer her arcane expertise. What Octavia didn't expect was the connection. Alcest, the bombastic leader, is all ideals and charisma. Sumner, the cocky thief, has a flirtatious streak, and a mile wide. Durante, the sweet and slightly awkward artificer, is as sharp as he is shy. There's just one problem. They don't know who she is bound to, and Octavia isn't sure how they'll take it when they find out. Will this be the adventure of a lifetime, or will it all fall apart? So, yeah, this is technically written by Clea Solar. This is Perry Apt Press. Clea Solar and Talis Solar. Clea is my friend. That's her pen name for this particular thing. But there are two books. We have Changed for Desire and Bound to Desire and Changed for Desire. If anybody is interested in reading these fun books, I believe Changed for Desire is coming out soon, or just recently came out. Yeah, it just recently came out last year. So if you like fun D&D books, this is the one. But it is, I think it has NSFW, like, adult content. We got a ooh-woo and a hydrate. I'm drinking a coffee. How are you doing, Gabriel? Oh my god. No, wait, that's so relatable though. Yeah, no, my entire egg cracking was a long road of wanting to just cosplay only male characters and then eventually doing like TTRPG publicly for like money, and then all of a sudden it was like, oh, actually I only really want to act and participate as men, so what the fuck am I doing? Like that was really the vibe. So yeah, this is Sumner. This is their in terms of D&D party classes, this is their rogue. Oh, is this Tank? Oh no, it's K-Flay. I was really excited for a second. I got super stoked, and then it was not who I expected. I want to probably, because this guy's cheek is very soft, I'm gonna need to do something else. Do you need to go let my family back inside? Okay, cool. Thank you, Jace. I love you. See you later. But I refuse. Yeah, honestly, apparently this character is pretty snarky. He's just kind of... He's kind of a little flirt. But I love this. This is just... It's a very, like... It sounds like a very found family, very fun and friendly book. That's exciting. So, Drea is great. She is just overall a wonderful author and a wonderful friend, so I do love her to death. Hey, that's great. Oh, God, I love it when family members are actually supportive, though. For real. Wait a second. No, that's actually huge. My parents kind of freaked out. As I was an adult, I was 26 years old when I came out, and, like, they had a moment. That's all I gotta say. I don't like that. I like this more. This guy is a literal K-pop idol. He's this guy seems fun. He seems fun. I like him. Yeah, my parents aren't super religious. I think they were mostly just afraid of, like, me getting hate crimed, and that was, like, what fueled their fear in the beginning. But they definitely did not have the most graceful reaction in the whole world. And I definitely understand the fear of getting hate crimed, because, I mean, I'm literally fleeing the United States, so I also understand the fear of being hate crimed. Literally came out in the worst fucking time humanly possible. No! Don't do that. Is not where that goes. Thank you. Don't do that, Photoshop. I scrolled up, amigo. Oh yeah, you can take a picture for sure. Yeah, you can post regular screenshots in the general chat. Like, I think most chats are probably okay for screenshots. I think the only one I have screenshots turned off is the Tough Stuff chat. Oh my god, cool. JoJo's great, though. The art is amazing. I haven't watched a lot of it, but I deeply respect the art style for sure. He's very pretty. This guy is super, super beautiful. Yeah, you could also put it in the Joke Junction as well. That's a good place for Silly Billy stuff. But either, I think, is fine, to be honest. I'm pretty flexible in the Discord server, to be honest. I don't really know what's going on. I'm just here for good vibes and I don't know, shit. Stuff. I'm here. Yeah, sometimes it's pretty obvious. I feel that, though. I feel that, Blades. It's a, like, for me, I didn't even really have a lot of dysphoria, so it took me a very long time to figure out that was what was going on. because to me being feminine was a costume and I didn't mind the costume. Like, if I looked more masculine, I probably would do drag. It does not bother me literally at all. So it took me a long time to figure out what was going on. Hello? I'm gonna need better. Hello? That was weird. I'm gonna need darker browns for this, I think, overall. That's okay. I really need like a JC Leyendecker hairbrush. That's really what I need. I didn't do any of the hair or like the Leyendecker lines on the other portraits because I was low-key kind of lazy, but I'm like, I need to find a good Leyendecker brush, I think. I'll get there eventually. Yes, it is a reference to Junji Ito, yes. I've been slowly doing, like, self-portraits instead of artist photos for a really long, or for a couple of years. I should not say for a really long time. So, I don't know. I feel like it tells a story about me as a person. This was, like, 2023, so it's very cartoony. I feel like I was just trying to figure myself out, figure out who I was as a human, and settle into my identity as a caricature of myself. And then by 2024, I felt very censored as a trans person. Oh, that's the icon version. So I have a censor bar over my eyes, and that was my portrait for all of last year. And then the most recent one is the, like, Junji Ito spiral, because I feel like my identity as a trans person is effectively being consumed. Like, I'm not allowed to have an identity where I currently live. So, thereby, I don't know, I'd rather identify as a spiral rather than nothing. But I also have some references to books that are coming out behind me as well. Like, this is the logo of Eclipse from Fatal Mechanisms, so that'll be coming out next year. Hi, Danny. How you doing? How have you been? Hopefully things have been going at least relatively okay. I know you've been busy as all get out. Shit's been crazy. It's good to see you again, though. Hopefully things have not been too cray-cray, you know what I'm saying? Let me go this direction. Actually, I'm going to grab that color. This one. Kenneth, who is this artist? Oh, it's Little Big. I like it's fun. I like how they have Adidas branded clothes for this music video. That's kind of funny. Sometimes Little Big really hits and sometimes they don't. I feel like that was one of those ones where I was just like, that's a thing. Boo. Yeah, sometimes that can be like pretty crazy. Like, Pride weekend events are absolutely nuts. And I've been hearing from other artists as well that getting into cons are like, it's almost impossible because conventions effectively are not getting enough attendance because the economy is so bad. And so I've been hearing from several other like artists and authors that effectively, like, conventions that they've been going to for years all of a sudden are like telling them that they've been waitlisted. You know, it's like we're talking like 4 or 5 years in a row, and then they're like, oh, sorry, you've been waitlisted. And it's like, well, why? You know, like, what did I do to deserve this? I am confused. And then, you know, if they do get a response back, it's a lot of like, well, attendance is down this year, so, you know, we've had to downsize our artist alleys and stuff. And it's like, damn. Pride is such a competitive event, too. It's crazy. Hi.
Hi, I have food for you.
Thank you. If you want to get me my stuff and then put it like on the windowsill, that'd be pretty sick. Thank you.
Well, if that's what's all in this bag. Is your
Oh,
stuff.
okay. So if you want to just set it here, then that's totally cool. Thank you,
I'll put
Jace.
the
I
fork
appreciate it.
in the
I
bag
recognize
with
you
it.
gotta go eat so that way you don't die.
I have to eat and then leave.
Okay.
So
Yeah. Enjoy
Yep.
your food, and I
Yep.
hope you have a good day. And I'll
I'll
see
come
you
in and
later.
say bye again.
Okay.
Yep.
There we go. There we go. Wee. Wee. Hey, Jason, did my parents just dip?
Oh yeah. They said that they need to get back home.
Oh, damn. I wish I would have said bye to them earlier. I feel bad.
Say bye.
What?
They say bye.
Oh, damn. Yeah, I feel bad. I'll call my mom later.
Okay.
I eventually will have to, after I finish a good chunk of this thing, stop and consume my lunchy. Because that's always important. Lunchy is good. Who is this? I feel like every week... Oh, this is Temanite as well. I feel like every week Spotify gives me some random shit. And I'm like, who? But who? Actually, you know what? That happens to be pretty good. I don't really have to worry too much about that, actually. Crazy. This is... I'm not a huge fan of this. This is Showtech. We'll see. Yeah, I think my last couple events are coming up. It's crazy to think that I'm like just not gonna be doing conventions anymore. It's very weird. Okay, I believe in you. Good luck with your dandelions. Sometimes I worry about hardstyle. This is okay. It's not the best hardstyle I've ever heard in my whole life. But it's also not the worst. Oh, nice. I hope you like the store. It is a very, very cool place. It's just like overall... The vibes are great. The guy that runs it with his wife is amazing. Like, they both are they just are so cool. It's a family-owned business. Also, there's like a pretty baller Chinese place right next to it, which I love. It's true. They also have good, like, little pieces, like, little food bites. Not a lot of hot food or anything, but just like little snackies. They got board games. They got like a private D&D room that you can rent out, which is pretty cool. I really do enjoy that. actually don't really need to think about this too much. Yeah, right. It's kind of close to the airport, sort of. So it's got like it's in an interesting spot. Hi, Rain. How you doing? Welcome in. Hope you're having a great day. I'm doing pretty okay, all things considered. We just applied, my husband and I, for an apartment in Canada, so I'm like I'm gearing up to like move, and it's going to be pretty interesting. So I'm excited, but I'm also terrified. I am almost free from this hellscape. Alright, so this is going to kind of suck in terms of like how interesting this guy's outfit is, but that's okay. Everything is all the same color, but c'est la vie. I'm just gonna kind of like shade roughly all big blocky areas and then go in. This guy wears a lot of black, just in case anybody didn't know. There's a lot of black. I just don't want this to become all the same hue, but I think we're going to kind of end up in that space no matter what. It's okay. At least it's an interesting black color. It's not like black. I'm going to leave that alone, though, and then go in with little details now. Yep, he's the rogue. He gotta be edgy. He gotta be. He's wearing skin-tight leather pants. It's important. I'm not even gonna do anything crazy over there. I'm actually gonna do this as well. Jason and I went on another Disney adventure, and we watched the OG Aladdin again for the first time in a while. And after watching it, I realized that I actually don't really like that movie that much. It's not a bad movie by any means, but I think Ron Clements produced, or not Ron Clements, John Musker produced a lot like better films. So it ain't bad, it's just not my fave. I think Princess and the Frog is a much stronger example of his writing skills and his work, personally. There's just too many damn plot holes. That was like really all I realized getting through the movie, is that there are so many fucking plot holes in that movie. So you have to really like suspension of disbelief yourself through it. And sometimes it's just not very effective. It's got baller music though. Robin Williams literally backpacked that entire movie, like hardcore. Him and Gilbert Gottfried actually super funny. Yeah, that's a valid, I think is a valid method. The one that got me for Aladdin was like Jafar's entire power set. Like, he's clearly not a sorcerer. Like, he can't do magic, but he can, like, he to some extent has divination abilities and hypnosis. He's a master of hypnosis, right? So my question is if it is easy enough to hypnotize the Sultan into doing, like, weird shit all the time, why not just literally shadow puppet the entire government? Like what is stopping him from doing that? You know what I'm saying? I'm just confused about that. He could have foregone all of the pain in the ass to get the lamp and like all of that shit. There's no reason for him to do that. He can just kind of just go for it. So I was like, why did you go through all this trouble? I am confused. I don't understand. So it seems like a weird move. Not a very smart guy, I will say. Yeah, I think I agree with you though. Like if the story, if the plot is cool enough or if the characters are cool enough, it kind of becomes like that's alright issue. Because title is sparkly, right? Yeah, and I wish then he had more motive there for that, right? Like I feel like if he had more of a motive, like if it was clear that the Sultan was just absolutely nuking the kingdom financially, or if there was like other stuff going on, like they were going to be at war if the Sultan did not figure his shit out, and like Jafar was like, hey, I feel like I'm the only person equipped to do this and you are literally in my way, you're gonna kill everybody, like that would be at least kind of an interesting motive. But even then still, it's like you could still do what you need to do back there. I feel like having a villain that's just like, I want to be king is like kind of a weird thing. Because Scar is a very similar character in that way, but Scar has a better motive. His name is literally, in like the original Lion King story, his name is literally Trash. You know. That's awkward. Right? Oh my god, no, Pominea. I feel like that, like, I watched a video about Rasputin, the, like, actual real guy, and I realized Don Bluth did not have to do much when he made Anastasia. Like, if anything, the real Rasputin is, like, worse. It's like, I didn't think it could be worse, but it was worse. It is funny, though. I don't think when Musker created that film, like, the Disney version, I kind of doubt that he was very inspired by a real person, but of course the original myth, the original folktale is inspired by real events, so in proximity you still get that a little bit. Yeah, I don't know, his character motivation was just like real like weak. See, I guess my problem, Danny, is that they don't cover that wish for power until the very end of the movie. He doesn't express that he wants to be Sultan until, I'm not even joking, the last 15 minutes of the movie. And that's when he absolutely goes on a, bananas apeshit power trip. But it would make, like, with Scar at least, again, Scar's got a similar motive. He wants to be king. He doesn't like his brother. But the whole time, like, the first conversation that we get between Scar and Zazu, once, like, Mufasa is kind of out of the picture, is that Scar is like, I should be king. I'm the older brother. I'm the smarter brother. I know how to run things in a way that I want to run them. And so his motive is very clear throughout the entire movie, like what he's doing, why he wants to do it, why then Simba's got to die because Simba's the direct heir to Mufasa, so he's got to go. Versus Jafar expresses like, no, he doesn't try to get married to Jasmine early on. No, yeah, I just watched the movie last night. No, he doesn't suggest to get married to Jasmine until right before Aladdin shows up as the prince. So we're already almost over halfway through the film before then all of a sudden Jafar is like, oh, well, I can marry Jasmine. Yeah, no, like he does spend a good majority of the beginning of the movie kind of complaining about the Sultan being incompetent, and then of course Iago's back there like, if I have to eat one more fucking cracker, he's like really upset about it, which is valid because I do feel like the Sultan low key abuses that bird. So like, but yeah, he literally doesn't mention anything about that motive. Until the very end. All we know in the beginning of the film, a good majority of the beginning of the film, is that he's looking for the diamond in the rough to get the lamp, but we don't know why he wants the lamp or like what his actual motive is with the lamp itself. And it's only at the end when he's like, time to get rid of Prince Abubu. And then you're like, oh, okay, that's all right. You know, like, okay. So it's just a very weirdly paced villain motive. Yeah, real Jafar sounds like a normal guy. Yeah, I feel bad. And I like, Jafar is such a popular name as well. It's like, that could have referred to any Jafar, right? Like, it could have been, all Jafars suffer because of this. But yeah, Rasputin was weird as fuck. That video traumatized me. I learned way too much. I didn't need to know all of these Rasputin facts, and now he haunts me in the night. I'm so scared. Yeah, I don't know. It's not Musker's strongest movie. I feel like Scar definitely has a better, more readable motive, and like in terms of like Musker's last big film was Princess and the Frog. Facilier has a fantastic motive, and it's woven so expertly through all aspects of the movie, including song. And I think where Aladdin kind of falls short for me is that they have such a great through line in terms of theme, which is the idea of freedom, right? Because Aladdin himself is like, I'm just a poor boy, nobody loves me, and he wants to be free of his like the preconception that he is effectively worthless in society because he's poor. And then Jasmine feels like she wants to be free because she's trapped in the expectations that her dad set for her, and the expectations of like the ruling class and all of that other shit. Genie wants to be free because he's trapped. The carpet wants to be free because it's stuck in the Cave of Wonders. So all of these characters are struggling with the concept of freedom. And it would have been really fucking sick if they would have been able to kind of tie Jafar into that somehow. Like, Jafar is stuck in some kind of servitude, and they never quite got there. They just didn't do that with him as a villain. He's just effectively an asshole just to be an asshole, which is not the strongest motive of all time. But sometimes you can't win them all. The music is still really fucking good. I think that they actually, there's very few Disney live action remakes that I prefer more than the original, and I think in this particular instance, I prefer most things about the Aladdin live-action remake to the original Aladdin. The only thing that I would say that they didn't do better and could probably never top is Robin Williams' absolute fucking stellar performance. Like, he was just so much of a force that, like, Will Smith did a great job, but I don't think that you can replace that level of just powerhouse performance. But I think that overall and also too, the things that I don't like about the live action remake as well for Jasmine is, like, I understand where they were going. Like, Jafar says this one line, and he says, it would be better if you were speechless. Right? So shut the fuck up is effectively what he's saying. And then I assume that the writers, they ended up making her entire new speechless song off of that. You know, she sings the major through line for that song is I won't go speechless. And I'm like, okay, I get it. I understand where you were kind of going with that one. But then they unfortunately defanged Jafar so intensely in that film because they were afraid of, I think, villainizing pedophiles, ironically. They took away everything that made him creepy and gross and horrible. And so it made him, effectively in the live-action movie, he was a dude trying to save Agrabah from effectively economic failure, and then he was the bad guy somehow. And I remember watching that, and I was like, but wait a second, Jafar's fucking right, though. I was like, hold on. Wait a second, he's not wrong. So like they made him not as scary of a villain, and it's unfortunate because I think if he was more of a creep, it actually would be more effective. So there are good things about the live action remake. And some of Jafar's character development, I think, is that. But for the most part, it was like, it didn't really add or take away from the experience overall. I don't know. But yeah, Robin Williams is amazing. They had so much fucking drag in that movie. There's so much drag in Aladdin, and I know for a damn fact that they would never let that shit fly today, unfortunately. Because they're fucking cowards. Robin Williams, his entire thing was drag, really. Like, all of his comedy sets were cross-dressing and drag. Not all of them, but a good chunk of them. And also, too, another thing that I realized, like, watching through that film, the Sultan so often, and, like, it's not a very accurate depiction of Islam, but, like, so many characters in the original Aladdin, like, the king at least 3 or 4 times says, like, praise Allah, praise be to Allah, except the guy's white, and so it's, like, Allah, it's, like, weird. He's got a horrible fucking accent. It's not good. But they were very heavy-handed with, like, the Islamic themes in that movie, and I think that they removed that entirely from the live-action remake as well, so it's just kind of, like, ambiguously Mughal Empire, question mark? There's no real way to place or locate exactly where Aladdin, the live-action film, is taking place. So that is also kind of a bummer as well. I think that I don't think that they were trying to be super duper offensive in some of their content. Some of the jokes didn't land because at the end of the day they were low-key Islamophobic, but like it is a shame that they removed that like cultural identity piece from it and then put Jasmine in a corset as well. I don't know. It was an interesting rewatch experience. I'm used to the Disney Renaissance pieces being literally so good that they're just like knock you out of your seat good. And that one was just not it for me. It was, watching it again, it was like, this is alright. Hercules fucking slaps. Mulan is really, really good. And I have to go back and rewatch some of those as well. But definitely compared to the movies from the 70s, their 70s period was so fucking bad. Holy shit. So I would take Aladdin over any of those any day. But after coming down, the last one that I watched was Atlantis. It's like, it's really fucking hard to top. Like, Atlantis, in my opinion, is one of their best films ever made. And then the most recent princess movie I watched was Princess and the Frog again. And it's like, yeah, this is literal peak cinema. And unfortunately, sometimes you can't win them all. And that's all right. That's okay. Also, too, it like was difficult for me to focus on Abu because I realized he's played by the same guy that plays Donald Duck. So all I was hearing was Donald Duck noises coming out of a monkey. I was confused. Yeah, I like a complex villain. Yeah, I think simple villains can be okay. As long as they got a really good motive, because I'm all for, like, as if they had simply stated in the beginning of the movie that Jafar was just an asshole who wanted to be Sultan because he felt like he deserved it. There are plenty of people that we know in real life today that are those kinds of shitty people. Like, that makes a lot of sense to me. Doesn't have to be super complicated, but, they gotta have, like, a good reason for being a literal piece of poopy, a little poopy butthole. I also feel slightly cheated because I recognize that I watched Star Kids Twisted, and as a parody musical, that shit has such an incredible fucking plot because they're expert parody writers that I was sitting through that whole movie and I was like, man, I just wish this was Twisted. I wish that this was that musical rather than this animated film. Like, I need to chill out. So probably that's going to be on my agenda of things to watch tonight is Twisted instead. So that way I can refresh my brain hole and just be like, ah, yes. No more fucking reasons. I fucking love that musical so much. If you guys have not watched Twisted, the musical, you have to. It's so good. Bye, Jace. I'll see you later.
Love you.
What time is your first appointment?
3.
Oh, I thought it was at 2:30. I was like, oh no. I thought you were like really late. Okay. Well, I love you too. I'll see you later, okay? Drive safe. Yeah, Twisted spoiled me. Yeah, Twisted is amazing. I think they did a good job of taking all of the weird plot holes from like Aladdin itself and filling in the gaps to make a broader, more understandable story. The Sultan in that musical is a dick. He is a horrible fucking person, and they did a good job, I think. I think they probably had a lot of the same critiques that I did when watching Aladdin. They were like, wait a second, but he's right though. And definitely not all Disney villains are like wronged. Like if we're to look at all of them, you know, like if Scar were to look me directly in the eye and be like, but I deserved to be king though, I'd be like, bro, no you didn't. Like, get out of here. You're an awful person. Like, no. But like others, you know, we don't get enough villain backstory information to be able to like make that call, because like Triton's weird and he locked down the entirety of wherever the fuck they live, Mermaid Land. I don't remember. Atlantica, that's what I'm looking for. He like locked the whole thing down into like a hyper isolationist state, you know, so like that sucks. That's awful. But like, I don't know, I guess they did an okay job explaining it with his dead boat wife. Sometimes I think the sequel movies really do a good job, like overall retconning the stuff. So like, I don't know, Little Mermaid 3 to me is one of the strongest Disney sequels for that reason. Did a great job explaining the lore of the world and why Triton is the way he is. He's just fucking traumatized, so I understand that. No, Aladdin in the original Disney movie was a poor 16-year-old who effectively was so poor he had to just steal to live. And one of the major issues with Disney's Aladdin as a whole is that they're framing the Mughal Empire ? Some Arab span from North India to Iran, Iraq ? Kind of this vague area. Oh, in Twisted, he was a 33-year-old bum. Yeah, in Twisted, he's literally a 33-year-old bum who got kicked out of his parents' basement, who just like beats people up for fun. Like there is no personality there. Orphaned at 33. Yeah, he's literally 33 years old, and he's a pedophile. That's the whole joke. Fucking terrible. But I do think Jeff did a great job of like playing him as like a villain. Aladdin is not the hero of that story. I like the way that they flipped it on his head. And Jafar's just trying to effectively like crack down on crime, and like this one kid keeps just causing hundreds of thousands of dollars of property damage. And he's not even a kid, he's a 33-year-old man. So Aladdin in that version is gross. He's so gross. No more fucking raisins. Yeah, oh my god. No, he's so freaky. The Boo puppet gets an A+ for being one of the scariest stage puppets I've ever seen in my life. Hold on, let me find No More Fucking Raisins. We can watch that for a second. No More Raisins. No More Raisins. Twisted. Give me No More Fucking Raisins. Let me see if I can find it. Ah, yes. Here's favorite moments from I Steal Everything. I'll wait until, I think we're going to hit an ad here soon, so I'll wait until the ad's up, but like, yeah, all Star Kid musicals are 100% free on YouTube. All of them. From Trail to Oregon to Guy Who Didn't Like Musicals. Cinderella's Castle, amazing. That's got some of the best puppet work from an independent theater troupe production I've ever fucking seen in my life. Amazing stuff. Oh my god. Cinderella's Castle's phenomenal. But yeah, definitely my favorites are... Twist is my number one. I would say Firebringer is probably up there for me. And Annie. I'm not a huge Star Wars fan, but Annie the musical is so fucking funny. Absolutely love it. So funny. Okay, let me get this like leather texture in here. Annie! That's all I gotta say. Holy shit. Jar Jar is iconic in that. Oh my god. I would die for Jar Jar Binks, I'm not gonna lie. Holy shit. Yeah, Aladdin's so gross and twisted. But yeah, I think Aladdin's character also may be why the one of the reasons why I don't really like Aladdin the show, like the Disney film, as much. He's just a little weak. His motives are fine. Like, you just don't want to be poor. He just gives very like dumb kid energy. It's like kind of painful. He's hard to watch. He's all right. He's an okay protagonist. He's not exceptional really in any way. Just all right. He could be worse, but he could be better. Jasmine's fine. I recognize a lot of people are like, Jasmine's whiny, and I'm like, no, she's not. She's 15 years old and she's stuck inside. Like, she's okay. Leave her alone. She'll be all right. She doesn't know what's going on. And she also really doesn't want to get, like, married to a creep that she doesn't know. Like, totally valid. Oh my god, I might be able to go see this guy in Vancouver right after I land. Alright, okay, hold on. Hold on. Alright, everybody. Hold your horses here. Hold your horses here. Hold your horse. This is why everybody needs to go watch this thing. Hold on, here we go. Oh my god.
Look at this mess. Dead bodies in the street. The state of this kingdom. There's no place to raise a monkey.
Oh my god, he's horrifying.
He's scared.
He's so scary.
Dead body. You can fuck with him. Look, you can kick him. You can eat him. Most importantly, you get to loot him. Ah, there it is. Look at that.
A wallet of why?
That looks enough like you. That'll get you into the bars. Oh, hey, little orphan kids. You guys hungry? You want some bread?
We do, sir.
Fetch, you fucks! You know, I'm not that picky. I'll steal whatever's in
Fetch, you fucks. Yeah, so that's the tone of this musical. In case anybody was looking, I'm never gonna be able to find no more fucking raisins. But I swear to God, let me see if I can pinpoint the exact moment. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Okay, so this is where we came in.
shit, so I make haste for making exits. Get chased by
Okay.
If I do marry, I want it to be for love.
Oh, Aladdin.
Oh yeah, this is a girl he knocked up. I get it.
I knew you would. You're such a special girl, Jezebel.
Who's Jezebel?
Uh-oh. Busted! Yoink!
Asshole.
Oh, wow. Hey now, just one question, why, man? 'Cause you stole my daughter's happiness.
Oh my god. Yeah, no, for real. This thing does not take itself too seriously. 10 out of 10 would recommend. You can find it on YouTube. I won't go too much into it because it is an absolute delight. But yeah, literally Aladdin cusses somebody out because he stole some bread and there's raisins in it. He's like, man, what did I tell you? If I'm going to be stealing your bread every day, no more fucking raisins. And I'm going to think about that for the rest of my life. Like, anytime I eat any kind of bread, I'm just like, no more fucking raisins. It is a parody musical at its core, but it also, that musical in particular, covers a lot of the drama with, like, the Disney-Pixar merger and how, like, Disney effectively absorbs everything into its fold to sanitize it and then ruin the quality of it, which I thought was a really good commentary. Really, really good shit. Prince Ahmed is, like, the king of Pixar. And Agrabah wants to buy them out so that way they can make merchandise. But Pixar is like going bankrupt, so he needs to do what he needs to do. That's why he wants to marry Jasmine, so that way they can not go bankrupt, which I think is really super fucking funny. Great commentary. I just couldn't watch the movie without quoting the Star Kid musical. I was like, incapable. So funny. That's dangerous to go and watch stuff though, because I recognize, like, I just finished Mirror Gaze, and Mirror Gaze itself is a Frozen like rework, and the love interest that Ayun ends up with, Idris, he's from this kingdom called Muru, and Muru has these swords of Muru, or what all the princes are called, and like, I'm like, at what point do I do a Disney's Aladdin rework, but it's about one of his older brothers, an older sword of Muru? And I'm like, I gotta watch out. This gets me down Frozen but better, the Frozen but better hole again, and I gotta chill out. I can't be doing that to myself. I have so much other shit to work on. Where am I? I was like, what am I doing? I need this, and I need the Durante image. And then I need this. And I need this. Nope. I learned that I can do this. Why you no do that? Oh, I was really hoping for it. Boop. That way all of these can have the same matching, where is the signature? There it is. All of these can have the same matching, background, truly. Alright, so let me save this out. Yeah, all these characters are very fun. Sumner is like he's like a cat shifter rogue, and then you have Durante, who is their Dhampir artificer. And he's apparently just a marshmallow man. He is so funny and so silly and very, very sweet. And then you have the main character is this lovely... Oh, that's Sumner. That's not what I want. This lovely gal, Octavia, and she's the warlock of the party. But she's like Fey touch. She has like Fey ancestry as her warlock. And she's just very sexy. She's just a sexy lady. That's the content. But Drea's going to be, if like anybody wants these books and you live in Colorado, she's going to be hosting an event in Colorado Springs on the 30th that I'm going to be going to called Basilisks, Blasters, and Brews. And it's a celebration of science fiction and fantasy. And it's in a D&D cafe. It's a pretty good place to be. Okay, so now let me open up all my files. This guy was a pretty easy one to, like, finish here, which is great. So let's go save this out as a tiny file. We're going to say image size. We're going to bring this down to 72. And then that's for web, so then I'll send all of these files to her later, because otherwise I'm gonna die. So I will leave this alone. And then let's work on this Dragonborn. Do I need any tweaks on this? I think she said she was good. Where is she? Oh, there she is. Okay. Yeah, we're fine. Alright, let's get some scales going here. Hi, Crulio, how's it going? Long time no see. I hope you're doing okay. Okay, this is actually going to be slightly easier than rendering other figures because he's just effectively just all scales and shit. I don't do Dragonborns often, so this was kind of tricky. And I recognize the geometry functions completely differently than what I'm used to here. So we're gonna actually, I'm gonna go like this. Yeah, that's better. Okay-ish is good. At least it's not bad. You know what I'm saying? That can be bad. It can be stressful. We don't like that. Oh, I forgot to color all of these little spikies over here. That was my bad. I gotta go in and fill that in, fix it, but that's okay. Just finished your workout. That's good. Going to the gym is also good. We do like that. I probably will go to the gym later today if I can squeeze it in. We'll see how it goes. Oh, God. That was literally me after I got my last massage, actually. My body tried to kill me. Oh, I should eat my fucking food. Yo, I'll get to that snack redeem eventually. Oh my god. Okay, so Cal, I will have to do that Street Fighter redeem at the end of stream because I have not eaten anything yet today. So I am going to eat before I do any physical activity because I've had exactly one jelly donut and it is 3 p.m. I will do that eventually, though. Let me shove some of this Hawaiian mac and cheese in my face. God, this is really good. I gotta, like, not spike my blood sugar. I gotta be careful. Okay. Not bad. Okay, thankfully a lot of these guys, they're just legit covered head to toe in armor, so I don't have to worry about it so bad. I will not suffer while working. Could be worse. Nice. It sounds like you're at least you're doing good stuff for your health. That's great though. I have not been fucking taking care of my ass. Don't be me, guys. Don't be old. That's all I gotta say about that. There is no follow up. It's just don't be old. Who is this? Who? Ken? Oh, Lindsay Sterling. Sorry, girl. I gotta go. Sometimes your body will just shed water weight if you go to the gym after not going to the gym for a long time. That's typically like the first thing that your body does is it will cannibalize a lot of like excess stuff in your body. But also, too, that may mean that if you're, like, working out more, it may mean you're not eating enough calories. No, I'm not Canadian. I'm actually I'm American. I do pounds. And I believe most Canadians use pounds as well, but I will be moving to Canada here in August. I'm American, regrettably. Unfortunately, I carry this burden. Horrifying. Large regret there. Oh, that makes sense, Bopamanea. Yeah, it makes sense. I think, correct me if I'm wrong, I think in different provinces they are more likely to use certain measurements over other provinces as well. But I'm going to be moving to British Columbia, so everything was pretty pounds friendly over there. Oh yeah, use pounds for people. That makes sense. How quickly? Literally August. Crazy. Oh yeah, probably 5 of those pounds is, no joke, I'm not even shitting you, water weight. And also, I hate to be this guy talking about gross shit on stream, but as soon as you exercise, it also gets your gastrointestinal system moving. And if you poop, that can potentially be also 3 pounds of poop. So in one day, you can actually fluctuate 5 to 10 pounds in weight. Which is why it's important that you weigh yourself every day at the same time, and you also relatively eat about the same. But if you work out really heavily and then go to the bathroom, you could potentially be losing around 8 pounds of stuff inside you. It's pretty insane, especially if your bowel movements are not very regular as well. Americans tend to have this issue when they go to lose weight, and a lot of people will then get very upset when they get back on the scale and they gain those 5 pounds back. Because it's just, it is a lot of water, but it depends on how hydrated you are, what the temperature is outside, how dry it is outside. Like, there's a lot of, factors that can go into that. But I'm also not a nutrition scientist. I recognize my experience comes from me desperately trying to gain weight because I'm a very, lightweight person. So for me, every pound counts, every pound matters. But yes, yeah, like, if you're concerned about it, you definitely should go to the doctor. Most likely they will tell you that it was just like sometimes 2 seasons changing can change your body, the way it metabolizes food as well. Like, if you go from, like, winter to summer, for example, your body will hold on to winter weight, and then all of a sudden it gets hot, and then you dump weight. It's like, humans are just like any other animal, you know? Yeah, that's great. I mean, honestly, you know, as long as you're not feeling sick or gross, you know, like, that's kind of the main baseline, at least for me, is, like, if you don't feel like you're gonna die, you're probably okay. Or if the trend continues and you dramatically continue to lose weight, that might be a concern. But if it happens, like, once, you're probably fine. Crulio, I need you to give some of that to me. I need you to transfer it psychically into my body. I need help. I need you to teleport that over my direction. I partially blame anxiety for what happens to me, but God, well, for context, right now, my max weight was like 130. I struggled to get above like 115. I am a small as fuck man. I get extra happy when I eat, and then all of a sudden I gain 10 pounds from fucking food. The struggle is real. Yeah, I'm tiny as fuck. I blame my dad. He's like 5'10", and he is around like 125. He is very skinny and very tall. I'm built like this motherfucker. Where's Dottie Frere? Every time I see him, I'm like, people are like, what do you look like? And I'm like, this guy. Hold on. Look at this man. This man is a guy that somebody Control-T'd to make tall. He's so thin. But this is definitely like, this is the vibe. My wrists are very small. I share a lot of like genetic ancestry with this dude. I used to be 95 pounds. That was my like constant when I was in like high school. So getting up to 120 is like 115, 120 is like a huge win for me. I'm just very small. My genetics said, this is your body. And I was like, okay, that's fine. Some of it is the ADHD and some of it is genetics. So it's like, I constantly am in like an uphill battle of like people being like, are you anorexic? And I'm like, no, I don't know why God made me this way. I am unfortunately trapped in a hell of my own making. Yeah, my family is also very, very small. Like, I am tall in my family, and my aunts are all, on average, no shit, 4'11" to 5'1". I am a fucking giant, comparatively. I am a massive tree of a human. I am a Goliath comparatively. Yeah, my dad is really tall comparatively. I wish that I would have gotten some of his height, but alas, the genetics did not favor me. They averaged out between my mom and my dad. Okay. Let me see. Yeah, I don't like this. Oh god, you're in fritter hell. Oh no. Oh no. I'm just like, hold on, what do I do with all these cakes I made? I am stuck in them. Here, this is where you are, Cal. This is you. Where is it?
Batman, come into the house. Batman.
This
why
is you.
didn't you come in? What are we gonna do with all these cakes I made?
I am stuck in them. You're trapped. Trapped in fritter hell. What do we do with all these cakes I made? Where is this damn brush? It's not that one. It's not that one either. Also, everybody should hydrate. Make sure you drink water. Weird. I lost my scales to the void. It's alright, I can use this one. It's a little bit wide though. I don't know what happened to my fucking brush. It's gone. It still went directly to hell. This is a little bit too close. This'll work though too. I'm gonna put a little bit of a hue jitter on this really quick. Just a touch. I am stuck in them. Yeah, the cake problem. If y'all haven't seen Batman Spider-Man either, actually, you should definitely go watch Batman Spider-Man. Everybody loves Batman Spider-Man. This is not enough hue variation. Into me. Y'all, did everybody else see that Evanescence released a new song in the year of our Lord 2026? Absolutely crazy. I am so confused. Oh, I should probably not do this on this layer. Ooh, I almost made a mistake. I'm gonna put a new light blending mode on this as well, I think. Let me see what I can do. It may just be that this is, like, not saturated enough for a hue variation. I'm gonna actually... There we go. Oh, yeah, that's better. Better, better, better. Yeah, and that's pretty common for summer as far as I understand, Crulio. Like, I mean, I think about how my cat right now is literally shedding his entire weight in fur. So most mammals will, like, retain a lot of, like, water weight or just weight in general over the winter. And then as we enter spring, summer, it becomes easier to build muscle because that's just how our biological clocks work. That's cool. School trips are fun. I haven't gone on any fun trips lately. I'm mostly just screaming. If this apartment rejects me, I'm gonna cry. I just want to be free of the American hellscape. I don't want to be here no more. I do not want it. Do not want. Okay, so let's see. I actually need to go darker than this. Yeah, nice. And then I'm gonna go in with like a really bright color. To get some of these really bright scales. Actually, I'm gonna go now with the dot. Hold on, where the hell is it? No, it's too speckly. This. I need to, well... Oh, why are you on dissolve, you freak of nature? Okay, let me see if I can spread this thing out. Yeah. I need this to be really glittery, but I need it to be way the hell spread out. I'm gonna do this on another layer too, so she doesn't like how freckly this looks. Well, let me see if I can get a different brush. I think it's too... I used to have this fantastic brush, and now it is gone. Free therapy, at least, can be kind of useful. That's not bad. What do I want here? Damn, that does not work for me either. I'm gonna try these scale brushes from here. We're gonna see how this goes, because this could be really ugly. Oh, interesting. Ugh, gross. I just don't like the way that this looks. I might have to just hand paint this. And that's okay. No! Sometimes that's the way it is. You just gotta hand paint the bastard, and this is what must be done. You gotta even Earl it up, because otherwise you won't, you're not doing the right job. Just gotta. Not bad. Oh. You know, I probably am overthinking it. Yeah, I'm overthinking it. I need to chill out. Yeah. Oh, this is unfortunate. Can we... There we go, that's better. Oops, wrong brush. Actually, sounds like Porter Robinson. Oh, it's Fantagram. Never mind. I was wrong. I still feel empty. Well, keep in mind, Crulio, that mental health and therapy, it's one of those things where it's like, it's definitely not going to be one session that will fix all the things, you know? Like, I've been doing trauma therapy for PTSD for a decade, and sometimes I wake up and things are just as bad as they were when I went to go do therapy the first time, you know? Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I've got the whole gambit. I was diagnosed with PTSD recently, but it's likely something that I've been dealing with for a decade. But yeah, one therapy session, if you've got mental health stuff going on, is not going to do it. Most, like, regular stuff going on, it could be like a 6-month thing. It could be you go once a month, and you just kind of keep going until things get better. You know, you may learn more about yourself and learn that there is something that's, like, going on, though, but, like, I think what you're feeling is a pretty common feeling now. Like, high-key, globally, the world fucking sucks. So, it's just one of those things. But taking the steps to, like, go and even just give it a shot is really, like, a good step. At least in my opinion, anyway. It's one of those things where, like, it really doesn't hurt. Like, at the end of it, even if you go and the person just talks to you for an hour, sometimes that can be helpful. Yeah, to be honest, I don't know. My sense of time is really high-key, super fucking bad. For me, because I've been effectively in, like, a non-stop PTSD episode for, like, a year and a half, like, I have no idea. My ability to tell time is, like, real bad. Most likely more than a month, though. If I had to, like, roughly gauge, probably. My life is, like, measured in moments of extreme stress. It's crazy. It will hopefully get better soon. So everybody keep their fingers crossed for me for this fucking apartment. Because if I can just get the fuck out of this country, that will definitely help a lot. That will indeed fix most of my problems. Oh yeah, breakups are rough. Well, it makes sense why you might be feeling kind of bad. Because, yeah, breakups suck. It's really hard. They're not an easy thing to go through. Especially, like, if you fall, like, we're in the relationship for a long time. Like, the last guy I was dating was for 10 years. And, like, I still, like, my brain will still be like, you want to have a dream about this human that you have not been with for, like, since 2019, but you were with him for 10 years, so you're going to think about him constantly? And I'm like, hey! Yeah, different brains react to trauma in different ways. Because like even if you don't consider like a breakup trauma, it is to some extent, right? Like trauma can be used really loosely to describe any kind of injury, right? If you get a bruise, that's physical trauma. It might not be bad physical trauma, but it is still trauma, you know? So effectively, it's like your brain is healing from like a bruise, like a bad bruise. Like I kicked the shit out of a door the other day. Didn't break my toe, but it took my foot like, 2 weeks to heal from one accidental karate kick to a door. So everybody's brain handles those kinds of injuries, psychic injuries, so to speak, mental or emotional injuries in different ways. So your body may just need time to process it. It's like how some people get the flu and then they're over it in like one day, and then other people get the flu and then it takes them like 2 months to really get better, you know? Okay, I did it. I ate my macaroni. I get an A+ for not forgetting to eat. I did it. Okay, next is takoyaki whenever I get the ability to do that. But yeah, it still sucks. Regardless of how long the relationship was, it still sucks. Especially if you liked the person a lot, you know? And it's even worse when you don't have a lot of closure. I find that like that definitely makes it like worse. Because then you're stuck in that limbo of like, did I do something wrong? Is the person mad at me? Yeah, relationships are rough. Yeah, it can be especially hard. Yeah, sometimes people just do that shit. It kind of sucks. Like, I'm definitely not a relationship expert myself. I've not had very many relationships because I used to deliberately avoid them because they were just like a pain in the ass and I didn't want to deal with it. But I have definitely seen a lot of my friends just randomly like get broken up with, or things end and it's like, why? The answer is nobody really knows. And some people just do that shit, unfortunately. And then are bad at communicating, so rather than letting the person know ahead of time, like, hey, this isn't working out, they'll just, like, randomly ghost you. I've seen people do that a lot. Because they're uncomfortable with their own feelings, too, so they don't want to, like, start something and then be unable to talk about their feelings or feel weird about it. Which is kind of unfortunate. And honestly, too, if you are indeed under the age of 20, I can tell you with certainty as a 32-year-old man, things get better. And people under the age of 25 have a lot going on in terms of your brain, feelings, development, like all of that shit. Most people who have relationships in like the high school period, so between like 15 and 18 years old, those relationships do not last. And if they do, it's a goddamn miracle. Definitely a miracle. Most of the people that I know that like married their high school sweethearts had horrible divorces. Not everybody. My cousin is married to her high school sweetheart, and he's actually kind of goated, so sometimes you get really lucky. But like all of the people that I knew in high school, I do not talk to a single one of them. Some people are, again, very lucky, and they maintain those relationships with their high school friends, and you still hold on to those friendships. And sometimes people will be weird and they'll like reach out after a decade. Like there's this kid that I haven't talked to since I was 9 who was like, hey, you want to like hang out? We used to be best friends when we were kids. It's like, that's crazy. Sure. So I haven't met up with him yet, but like sometimes they will come back out of the woodwork. But for the most part, like most people, aren't very secure in themselves or even what they want to do. Your goals for relationships in high school also are very different from your goals and relationships as like a young adult or adult, because all of a sudden you're thinking about like, okay, well, do I want to settle down? You know, am I going to get married? Are we going to have kids? Are we going to start a life? You know, are we going to buy a house with each other? And like, I even dated somebody for like, 10 years in college and after college. We were together for a really long time. And it's insane, but it will get better. It does get better. I promise it does. And like, you just gotta like pick and choose the good ones, you know? Uh-oh, an uncle who dated a therapist. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Yeah, that's not good. Well, and it starts to get weird when you can't separate your work from, yeah, when you can't separate your work from your relationships. That's like such a red flag, though. That's actually so scary, though. Oh my god. Yeah, that's a very... We were talking about the Riddler, actually, in stream the other day, and that literally is, like, the exact storyline, his romance storyline from Arkham Asylum, Stories from Arkham Asylum, that comic run. It is a little weird, and, like, obviously some therapists are fucking fine. Like, I'm going to be married to a therapist, you know, like, Jace is going into psychiatric therapy, so I really do think that it depends on the person, but that is a very weird thing. Have a good night, Crulio. I hope you feel better, and I hope to see you again soon. Always pop in. You know that you can. Like, just yeah. We appreciate having you here. Yeah, some people are just real bad at that. That's just crazy. And the question is like, why? You know? But also, too, again, people are just bad about talking about their feelings. I'm like, I don't know. This might be me because I'm, like, a neurodivergent person. I'm so fucking honest. Like, as soon as I'm uncomfortable about anything, I'm like, hey, guys, I want to explode. And then, like, I don't tend to keep that shit to myself. So watching other people, like, just not talk about their relationships or not talk about what's bothering them or, like, those kinds of things, I'm like, why? Like, legit, why are you guys doing this? Like, that's crazy, though. That's crazy shit. I don't get it. But you could just talk about it to me, and this would have avoided a bunch of weird shit. I'm not gonna be judgmental, I'm just gonna be confused now. Yeah, you're like, you don't know the situation. Yeah, that can also get very annoying too. People will like self-insert, and it's like, you're not in this situation. Like, you don't know what is going on. Thank you for this unsolicited advice, but I'm gonna need you to go now. I've had people do that to me too. Like, I recognize with my ADHD, I get very bored and very lonely at home, and so I'm happiest when I have people around me. You know, that's why I stream, right? Because I can engage with people on stream, and I can keep myself from effectively being lonely while I'm at home, right? It's a great way to not be alone, and also to keep myself on track with work, because I need body doubling in order to survive. So my ex-boyfriend used to work a standard like 9-to-5 job, and then I was at home doing streaming and all of this good shit while he was at work. And one day I went onto Facebook and I was like, man, you know, I just really miss my boyfriend a lot. Like, it's physically difficult for me to get through my day without him being home. And I had somebody randomly, like a friend from high school that I had not talked to for years, randomly jump into the comments being like, you are in an abusive relationship. And I was like, what are you talking about? Why? It was like the craziest, most unhinged self-insert I've ever seen in my life. And I'm sure she probably had trauma with abusive relationships where it started like that, where like she felt like she could not be independent. But I'm like, as an older person, I'm like, nah, bro, my ADHD was just like, I was having difficulty functioning by myself was the problem. That was what was going on. Like, he was fine. Oh my god, true. Danny, you right. They sit in the void of uncertainty for no reason, and it's like, why though? Why? Communication skills are hard, though. I think that genuinely people they try their best, but it can be really difficult. Mr. Man, are you sitting on my desk because you wish to be the best, or are you sitting on my desk because you wish for me to feed you some shrimps? What is the secret here? What do you want from me, amigo? What can I do for you, sir? What can I do for you? Look at that. Sure. I don't know when I'm supposed to get done with stream today. I have no idea. Let me look at my calendar. Oh, 4 p.m. Okay, this new stream schedule fucked me up. My parents really did the most. They came up and they messed up my whole schedule. Crazy shit. Oops. Oh my god, you're still in fritter hell? Oh no! Oh no, I'm so sorry. Oh god. No, you got. Oh god, this is so much metal, guys. Uh-oh. So I don't typically draw armor. Uh-oh. Ah! I just started screaming. Mr. Bubs, do you need me to get up and feed you? What do you want from me, sir? What can I do for you? What can I... Tell me your needs. Tell me what you need. Are you lonely? Oh, no, I think you're seeking the goodness here. Amigo, you can't drink my Dunkin'. Okay, I'm gonna put your butt down. Let me finish this one layer, or this one pass on this armor, and then I'll come feed you, my guy. Amigo, I need you to chill out. Why does he do this to me? What have I done to deserve this? I don't know what I did. This little man. Mr. Bubs, do you not want your Friskies? We got you this new food because you wouldn't eat any of the other food. Yes, well, like, I really do believe that it's where the therapist gets their education from as well, and also what their pre-held beliefs are, because some people are very good about separating their own personal beliefs from their practice, and I'm very lucky to have had, like, almost all of my therapists have actually been very Christian people, right? Normally, I would do my best to avoid people who are deep-set Christians due to my own trauma, but almost all of my therapists have had their degrees from Colorado Christian University and are very devout Christians. And they were great. They were fantastic fucking therapists. They did not question me when I was talking about my experiences in hyper-Christian institutions, and they were super good at separating their personal experiences from my lived experience. And that's really what you're looking for out of a therapist, I think. Some people are just very, very, very good at that. And then other people are very, very bad at that. So bad so bad. Because they're not really meeting people where they're at. They're like, well, this worked for me, so, and then it doesn't really universally work for everybody. It's like, I'm glad that that worked for you, but it's the reason why most black people will not go to white therapists, right? Like, they're not going to understand what it is to be black. Or, like, in my case, I'm very lucky because my therapist is a lesbian. She's just, like, she is queer. So I don't have to explain LGBT hate crimes because she has also been hate crimed. So, like, together we have the same experience. So, like, finding someone who is in that same lived experience as you is really, really important. I'm gonna go feed this cat. He's looking at me like he's drunk and he's giving me a weird expression. So I'm gonna go give him some shrimps. I will be right back. Okay, I did it. Mr. Man yelled at me for salmon, but you know what? We got there eventually. I am starting to feel very yucky, though. Oh my god, you're almost free from fritter hell. You're doing it. Oh my god. That's so stressful. I don't want to grade student work today, guys. Also, everybody should hydrate. I'm drinking my coffee. I'm almost done with my coffee, actually. Oh, I realize that this is definitely supposed to be green up in there. That's silly. That's silly, Billy. Oh my god, you're doing it. You're almost free. Almost free from the fritter curse. On the plus side, that means you'll have a lot of leftovers, though. You can eat the fritters for forever. I wish I could explode. That's all I gotta say. I am like trying to not stress out about this backer kit campaign. Also, as a friendly reminder, if anybody wants to back it early, you can absolutely do so. And that helps my launch look way better by having effectively like more people on it right out the gate. People can get kind of hesitant backing backer kit campaigns because they're like, I'm scared. Nobody else is backing it. I'm scared. Now, right now, the campaign is indeed 30% funded, so we're doing pretty damn good, all things considered. But if that's something that you want to do, you won't be charged until June 30th, so you can always sign your name up on it and then not worry about being, charged until way later. It is a very much in the future charge on the account. This will also be the last Kickstarter that I can ship to Canada, so if you are in Canada and you want to get one of my books, it'll be literally the last chance that you can do that until I get a job in Canada, which is at minimum maybe a couple months, maximum several years. So speak now or forever hold your peace. Oh my god, you did it. You're free. You are fritter master. You fucking did it. Oh my god. You are free! Oh my god, how traumatizing. Horrifying, like actually awful. Yeah, we'll see. I heard from somebody recently who has a partner that works in Canada who was saying that effectively, because of the crazy layoffs in the animation industry, a lot of jobs are kind of expecting to open up in August, so that's a good sign. A lot of the studios that I heard from were like, we don't have anything right now, but please check back after you move. And so that also reflects what I've been hearing back from the people who did reply to my emails, the companies that are actually there, which is good. So I legitimately think that actually there will be positions that open up in August, and I just got to get really lucky. I have actually heard back more so from real people more often than not, even when getting rejections. I had somebody recently tell me that my publishing resume was very impressive, which is crazy. Like, I've never heard that from anyone. So getting that kind of feedback is also very good. They're real humans, point being. So I'll take that over getting ghosted. A rejection from a real person is better than just, like, silence. But it seems like it's a lot better. Like, a lot of the publishing houses that I'm opening up are like, yeah, we get grants from the Canadian government to publish books. So, thank you so much for supporting independent publishers. And I'm like, that's crazy that most of these businesses are literally paid by the Canadian government to be open. Like, that's the whole point, is it's like the Canadian government is like, yeah, we actually care about the arts and we want people to be successful. It's like, whoa, no way. Can you imagine? Nutso. That's pretty crazy. That's suspicious. That's weird. Yes, yeah, it's an actual real human. And a lot of these sites, I noticed too, a lot of these companies don't use, like, like here, for example, one of the major ways to get a job is through, like, Indeed or, like, LinkedIn, right? These companies don't use that. The only option is to apply directly through their website. And so they're not using, like, a LinkedIn algorithm or an Indeed, like, auto-filter bot to filter out you from the rest of the bunch. You know, they're not using AI to look for keywords or to decide whether or not you're a worthy candidate. It's actually going to somebody's email. It's like, it's a real person. It's crazy. Okay. Slowly getting there. But even if I don't get a job right away, effectively the game then becomes just a waiting game until I can access an open work permit, which Jace will have access to once he enters grad school. So that's why there's that 3-year wait, is because I'm effectively waiting until Jace gets into grad school, and then the Canadian government at that point decides, okay, well, you're actually very seriously considering staying here. So yes, we will now give you access to more job opportunities, which would mean that I could then start selling books in Canada. It would just be just a matter of a waiting period a little bit. Okay, we're looking good. I'm going to go in with, like, a more saturated version of this color. And I'm going to put this on, like, color dodge. We're going to hit these areas here where there's, like, reflected light and shit going on. There's lots of armor touching other armor, or reflections happening inside armor. Maybe color dodge is the wrong color, or the wrong blending mode. Let me see what we got. Hard light is actually what I want. And then I have to just kind of reflect There's so much reflections happening here. Holy shit. Oh my god, so many reflections. Alright. Little scratches. All right. Let me look up a reference here. Okay. This is going to go more in the blue area here. And then we're going to put on a lot of like texture eventually. But that will come in time. I'm not going to focus too hard on a lot of shading here. It's going to be a lot of like detail, texture detail. Oh yeah, and I also can't forget as well that this stupid thing is also, there we go. That's also supposed to be green and I straight forgot. If I can finish this today, I'm gonna be so happy. I would just be very fucking sick if we can all manifest this for me, so that way I can move on to the book cover that I need to get done. Manifest it. Am I kind of lazy? Yeah. Well, that's okay. Whee! 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 That's all I gotta say. Do I want to do this color? Yeah, kinda. Actually, yes. Sometimes my eyes don't lie to me. You know why I want to die? This is why I stream in the morning, guys. Because as soon as 2 to 3 p.m. hits, I feel like I want to die. That's just like my circadian rhythm is like, oh my god, go the fuck to sleep. And right now, I should not be awake. I normally save my mentally, like, super easy tasks for, this time. Because otherwise I get too tired. And that's exactly what's happening to me. This is why I stream in the morning. I love my parents, but they really borked me. Okay. I believe in you, brain. I'm probably not going to finish this today. I will get there eventually. I will eventually work on these, like, the line art for these details. And also, too, I need to consider where my focus is for this patina, or for the lighting. Need to hit this appropriately. My head hurts. Is this the end? I only got to do this for 6 more minutes. It's okay, Brain. You'll be okay. And then we can go take a teeny weeny nap. It'll be okay. Okay, let's do this. Actually, this is too big of a brush. Hold on. What are you? Not right either. I need, like, the ultimate. What are you? Oh, actually, you might. Well, no, you're still too soft. I need some, like, the grittiest, crustiest brush. Oh, you're good. Oh, you're the one. You're what I wanted. Get that crispy, crusty shit on the metal so it looks bad. Na 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 na, patina the thing. Na 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 na, patina. Do 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 do. I'm gonna probably turn this, like, layer down, the opacity down a little bit once we get there. But look at that patina. Holy shit, crazy. We love the texture. Crazy. Okay. Let me reduce the opacity just a little bit on that. There we go. Not bad. All right. Oh my god, I'm glad they're delicious, but also, yeah, the trauma, I can imagine. I don't know how you survived that. That's insane. I can feel myself starting to slowly die. On the plus side, Jace will get done with his client at 4:30, and then we'll come home. Or no, at 6 is when he comes home. Never mind, I'm full of shit. I'm a liar. I am a lying liar pants who lies. Yep, it's like typically like flour and plant. That's like most fritters. It's like sometimes they use an egg binder, but you don't have to have an egg binder for fritters, really. Deep fried batter and plant. On the plus side, I bet you're getting a bunch of vitamin A though. I think dandelions are like, they're like really nutritious. They can be kind of bitter, though. I don't mind it. I like dandelion greens, but only in small quantities. I've never had the flowers, though. Okay, alright. I think we're actually in a good spot. Hold on, I think we're gonna make it. I think we're gonna make it, y'all. This is where this is gonna suck, though. Oh, I need to go darker. I feel like all fritters are just kind of a pain in the butt to fry, though. They're, like, always so good, but then it's so much oil and it's so hot. Like, I don't think I would survive. I wouldn't make it. I wouldn't make it. I would be dead. I would be dead. I would die. I don't know if any of you guys have seen China, Illinois, but I think about that one a lot. I would be dead. Oh yeah, true. I can definitely imagine that, like, it would be kind of nasty without seasoning in there. I feel like that's what happens with zucchini fritters a lot. Like, people expect the zucchini to kind of carry it, but then, like, zucchini kind of tastes like water when you cook it, so it's like, there's no flavor, no seasoning. The dip sauce can sometimes make or break it, too. You gotta have a good dip. Alright, this is where this gets crazy. So I'm actually going to go for the Dragonborn the opposite direction. Normally I don't. I'm going to actually color his eye or his pupil this way as well. We'll see if she likes it. I recognize it changes the vibe, but he's also a Dragonborn, so I want him to look magical. I'm gonna get myself a magical pet now. He-Man had a battle cat. That song is gonna be in my head forever. Oh yeah, nice. Paprika's great. I like smoked paprika. Oh, I realize I didn't color these little guys up here, but we're not going to think about it, right? We're just going to kind of roll with it. We're going to just pretend. You know what I'm saying? We're just going to kind of... Only you guys know what I have done. Only you know my sin. It's up to you to carry the secret to the grave now. Seems to happen a lot in my streams. You guys know the unforeseen secrets of the universe. Sorry to keep doing that to you. Delicious sin. No, you're right though. We'll eventually get the patina part colored here. Guys, I'm trying to figure out what to do with my life because I always run into this issue where I get anxious and then I don't eat. But then because I don't eat, I feel like I'm going to die. And then because I feel like I'm going to die, I don't want to eat. Funny how that works. I guess I'm going to have to go drink like 8 glasses of milk probably is going to be my solution to this. And I ate a whole, like, cup of macaroni salad, so, like, I haven't not eaten. And this could be anxiety from stress, but I don't know. I'm just over here playing anxiety roulette. I don't know. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I added in this fun little texture, and it's pretty nice. Hopefully the author will like it too. Because I made it pretty patinaed, so hopefully it's not too patinaed, because that always is sad. Actually, I'm going to go, like, more of a blue color here. Alright, time to color in the liner so that it doesn't look like ass. Here we go. Late at night, a little birdie whispered in my ear, why are you still here? Run along, oh no. By something wicked this way coming I up to let you fly. Come along home now. This song is fucking crazy. I like the drum line. Oh, true though. No, it's like so hard. Yeah, I can imagine that shit's crazy. You're like, brain, why can't you just... And your brain's like, I don't know. I don't function. You're like, why? Yeah, no, I get it. That's where I'm at. I'm like, I don't know how to be a regular human again. Maybe one day I will remember when I get to Vancouver and I don't feel like I'm constantly gonna fucking die or get shot at. It's gonna be a good time. I think that'll help a lot. Oh yeah, this is good. This is working out. To let you never, ever know. Too much to take, too much to take. Okay, I believe it is now time for me to stop streaming, but I am so close to being done with this portrait that it would be a disservice to me to just, like, stop. So, I'm going to keep going until I explode. And by that I mean until this line art is done. I'm just kind of going rogue here. I'm not, to be honest, people are like, what's your methodology here? Color messily. That's... Be very sloppy. Don't do anything normal. Don't do anything like a normal human. Precision, what is that? What is that one Junkrat line where he's like, 50% of the time I'm accurate 100% of the time, or whatever the fuck. That's it. Exactly. Literally. I will let the vibes carry me. Okay, but it ain't bad though. I think I did it. I'm okay. I survived. This gets to go... No. This gets to go over here. Okay, let me make sure. I gotta look at this and make sure that there's absolutely nothing else. I might do one final thing. And that final thing is going to be grabbing this color, and we're gonna go with, I want some kind of like color variation on the tips of these. Ooh, that's actually pretty sexy. I don't know if she's gonna like this, but we're gonna pray, because I think having just some kind of variation in the edges of these spikes is going to make it nice and pretty. There we go. I'll leave this on as a separate layer, and if she likes it, cool. If she doesn't like it, that's also okay. I am not going to be mad about it. And I'm just going to I'm going on vibes here. Did I forget the... God damn it. I am a fool. I am but a fool. Okay, there we go. Better. Alright, so let's save this out as a PNG. Alright, let's open this up. And I need this. Oh my god, this is the longest work day of all time. Okay. Alright, but you know what? We did it. We fucking did it. We finished Alcest as well as Sumner as well. Look at that. Look at these guys. Look at them. Look at them. Okay, so I'm free. I'm gonna go ahead and lay the fuck down now. So I'll be back tomorrow, or actually, just kidding. I'm going to be back tonight. I'm a fucking liar. I'm a lying liar pants who lies. I'm going to be back tonight in a couple of hours to do the third part of the Court of Snakes live reading. So if you want to pop back in to listen to the next half of the book, or the next portion of the book, I'm going to be doing that. You, of course, can find the other VODs on YouTube as well. But I would be delighted if you wanted to pop in and check it out. Of course, if you want to back the project early, you can do so. Just let me know. DM me if you want one on Discord, and I can send you the link, the super special link where you can get 20% off your copy of the special edition, if that's something that you're interested in. You won't be charged for it until the end of June, so let me know. Otherwise, I'll be back later to do some live reading with some fun voices. Shit's starting to really hit the fan in this book, and I'm excited about it. So I'm going to go. I'm going to send these to my client, and I will see you all later this evening. Bye-bye.